so excited for her.
Lots of babies this week.
Babies. I told you guys too, like between Cardi B, Chloe, now Jamie Lynn, Sophie's pregnant. I mean, this is a maternity show now. No. Speaking of babies though, it was the birth of her twin babies that prevented Beyonce from performing at Coachella last year, and the time has finally come. She's here to make good on her word. She will be performing the next 2 weekends at the Coachella Music Festival. I will be there. Desiree will be there. Sophie covers music. We got a preview for you guys like no other.
Much to talk
like
about. I will
so
not
much
be
to talk
there,
about. No, she will not be there. No, she will not be in the desert.
I'm a little too pregnant to be in the desert, but
have
fun, you guys.
Exactly. Well,
I'm excited.
Help us like with set up the context of Coachella, because it is a California festival, but it is so major now, and everyone talks about it. Everyone cares about it.
Coachella's a huge deal. I think no matter where you are in the country, you've probably heard of it, and you've definitely heard of the headliners. We've got The Weeknd, Beyonce, Eminem. Hello, no big deal. So last year alone, they had 99,000 to 125,000 people just on the ground attending the festival itself.
I saw it firsthand.
Oh my gosh.
It was a lot of people.
So many people. So people come from all over the world to be a part of this because it's so much more than the music. I think you guys both know firsthand. It is an experience all around.
Absolutely.
And if you can't be there in person, they also live stream it on YouTube, and they're live streaming on SiriusXM Radio as well. So even if you can't get to the desert, you can still be a part of all the fun.
Right. You know, a lot of artists will say performing at a festival like Coachella is a career highlight. So I think they also come guns blazing. You know, they're like ready to really show off their music and do something special for that crowd. And
I think it's on a lot of people's bucket list for their
It
career,
is.
right?
I was going to say that. So I'm from like a smaller town in New York, and it's crazy to me how over the years, everyone is talking about Coachella. You know, they started sharing who's performing, and they're like, I want to make it to this festival one year. And it doesn't matter if you're from a small or big city, everyone knows what Coachella is these days.
It's so true. Everyone except Cardi B.
Yeah,
Cardi B.
Everyone except Cardi B. Cardi B, who of course is expecting, is performing at Coachella this year on Sunday. But take a look at this clip from an interview with SiriusXM, you guys, where she explains she didn't really fathom how huge Coachella is. Take a look.
Like, we been booked Coachella like 7 months ago. So I'm getting paid for Coachella like 70 bandos a day. Yeah.
They getting the look.
No. So it's just like I did not, like I've been got booked for this, and then it's like I have to invest so much money on my stage set, my own money, that I gotta go to Wells Fargo and write a check that is crazy, like almost 300 down.
I thought I was dropping a lot of money at Coachella, but
$300,000
of her own money.
I was shocked. I did not know that about Coachella. Did you guys know that?
No, not at all. I feel like that's the most insight I've ever gotten about Coachella from an artist who's performing at Coachella.
I've never heard a monetary figure before, so good on you, Cardi B. We like that dirt.
Like, do the math. She says she's getting $70,000, but her stage setup is costing her nearly $300,000.
Yeah,
Like,
so I mean, it's that important for somebody's career. It's
Absolutely.
you know, it's going to come back to her because this is huge publicity. This is a big, big moment for her.
Speaking of comeback, so like I said, guys, Beyonce is headlining the festival, but honestly, it's a huge deal because this is her first time performing since giving birth to the twins. We last saw her on stage at the 2017 Grammy Awards, and this has been over a year in the making. Again, she couldn't make it last year because she was expecting the twins. Lady Gaga filled in for her, and now she's here, and she's reportedly putting in 11 hours of rehearsal time. We've also heard that she's hired 90 new backup dancers, so she's putting in the work, and she's about to...
90 in the past week.
In the past week.
Like, that is insane to me. They are just going to storm the stage with this incredible choreography, which I know you talked to her choreographer.
Absolutely, yeah. We actually talked to her lead choreographer, Jaquel Knight. At the time, he couldn't give me too much, but you know what? He gave me just enough. You guys, take a look at what Jaquel says is going to be a career-defining moment for her. What can you tell us about that performance?
Be ready for a good time.
Yeah?
A good old time. We're getting ready for Coachella, and you know that's going to change the game, and I'm super excited.
What's one word you can tease to describe her Coachella performance? One word.
Amazing, beyond, iconic, life, like...
Oh, he gave me 4. Thank you. We were just trying to figure out like how big the stage is going to be for her.
I want to know how she's going to fit all of those dancers on a stage. Yeah.
You know what? She will find a way. And what I do know is the set times came out for Coachella. Performing before her on Saturday at the main stage is Haim, and there's literally an hour gap between Haim and Beyonce.
And
so
that does not normally happen.
That does not normally
Yeah.
happen. I mean,
So what do you do during that hour?
You know what? You try and push your way towards the front, and you try
You
and get a good
information.
spot. You get information, and you try and get your spot for Beyonce.
Side note, I'm going to be following you on Instagram stories.
Yes.
As you
all
should.
weekend.
I will actually. I was going to mention this at the end, but I'm taking over Entertainment Tonight's Instagram story on Saturday.
There
so,
you go. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I
girl.
was just giving you a shameless plug for your personal.
Both.
Hey.
Follow at DDirecto and at Entertainment Tonight because I'm gonna keep it lit for
Yeah.
you guys. Don't you worry. If you
There
can't
we
be
go.
there,
I'm
I will bring
seeing
you
a
there.
lot of Beyonce posts.
Yeah.
And
get
he
some
will
Eminem in
be
there, though.
fighting his way to the front.
Can you
I can
tell I'm
promise
a
you that.
fan? If you watch the show, you know I'm a fan. Some other things to expect. I mean, a Jay-Z guest appearance. It only
Yes.
makes sense, don't you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think fans would be a little upset if he didn't show up,
Right.
especially because they just announced they're on the Run 2 tour.
Right.
So I think they'll give fans a little preview of that's going to be. And also, I would love to see Beyonce shock us and surprise us with maybe some new music.
I think
It's been a while.
She has to.
I think she
Yeah.
has to.
She has
Don't you
to.
think it's time?
Yes, it's time because we've seen all of her, everything that she has out, we've seen live already, right?
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
and we all know Beyonce likes a surprise drop.
Yeah.
Exactly. Isn't she like
So-
emblematic of that now? That's her
Yeah.
thing.
I know that is
Like,
her thing,
yeah.
so she can't even announce music anymore.
No.
Like it goes against everything that we know about Beyonce.
But now we expect surprises like that. And
Yeah.
we also know, guys, from Jay-Z himself in a recent interview with the New York Times, that Lemonade was originally going to be a joint album, a collaborative album with him. He says that music still exists. We know they're sitting on some joint music, whether it's a whole album, I don't know, but I'm expecting them, hopefully, to drop something new together, especially now that On the Run 2 has been announced. Like, I wouldn't put it past them to drop some new music together for
I could see
Coachella.
that happening.
And
And also, like, Blue Ivy is going to be around for the tour, as well as the twins.
Yeah.
And I know Blue Ivy has her vocals on some of these tracks with Jay.
Hey,
So
you
maybe
never know.
maybe she'll get a little onstage appearance.
Wouldn't that be crazy?
I would love that. Who
This
knows?
would be awesome, and you know, obviously they're going to try and sell tickets for their On the Run tour,
Right.
without a doubt. But I would hate for this to become the Beyonce and Jay-Z show. Like it's
Yeah,
Beyonce.
yeah. No,
Beyonce's
for sure.
headlining. It's her night. I think maybe bring Jay out for one song, have that be it. Tease the tour.
Yes.
But
I
the
like
rest of
that.
it's got to be B.
That's fair. No, this is
Yeah.
her shining moment for sure. He did bring her out for his headlining set at Coachella in 2009. So I'm just saying, return the favor for a little fun for the fans, you know?
yeah.
And
Why
that-
not?
it'd be awesome if they did a new song. Fingers crossed.
Yes. Open for
One
that.
thing I think everybody or every huge Beyonce fan is holding out for is also a Destiny's Child reunion.
Do you think it's going to happen though?
See, this is my thing. I'm like, they did it for Super Bowl.
Right.
Are they going to do it again?
I don't think so.
My gut says yes, and let me tell you why. It is the 20th anniversary of Destiny's Child debut album. You know, with the announcement of On the Run 2, I don't imagine that Destiny's Child will be doing a reunion tour anytime soon. This would be the perfect stage and setting for her to bring them out and celebrate how far they've come. I mean, that's where she started. She started singing when she was 9 years old. Destiny's Child happened, and now look at her. Like, I feel like this is the setting for that to happen. you
Yeah.
know?
And they're still very close, obviously.
Exactly.
Of
Yeah.
course. And I know you actually reported this in one of the articles up on ET Online about Beyonce, but there's been some fan speculation about this Destiny's Child reunion.
You guys have been on it. There's been a very, very stealthy member of the Beehive who basically posted all these cryptic posts from not just Michelle Williams of Destiny's Child, but the two founding members, Lativia and Latoya.
Could you imagine? I have
you
chills just
imagine?
thinking about it already. Like,
Again,
people will die at Coachella.
Listen, Beyonce is all about female empowerment, and what a sign of solidarity amongst her girls by bringing them all on stage for this moment. I think it could happen. I don't know. It's all speculative for now, but fingers crossed. Wouldn't that be cool?
I would love that.
She needs a headline out of this, right?
How long are these sets? How long do you think her set's going to be?
Oh, I feel like hers will be.
I want to say
an hour and a half.
hour and a half, maybe
yeah.
less,
Okay.
maybe a little less than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't know if there's a curfew or not, but
Yeah.
That's enough time then.
right, it's plenty of time. Yeah, she's on at 11:05 p.m. Saturday Pacific, so tune in, y'all. It'll
That's
be
my
live
bedtime,
streaming.
y'all. Side note, break down for me the age bracket at Coachella because I'm a little insecure. I'm not 22 anymore.
Yeah. I mean, as you mentioned, there is a lot of different people who go to Coachella from around the world. There's also a bunch of ages. I mean, I've seen kids there.
Yeah.
I've seen kids
me
there.
too.
I've seen older people there for sure. There is no cutoff, you know? However, I know I'm getting a little too old for this as far as like,
feel the
I get
same
tired.
way.
The recovery is not the same, you guys.
Yeah.
And I'm covering it for ET this weekend. I gotta like hydrate.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, like I'm tired.
Stay safe, Jenny. Take care
I
of
will,
yourself.
of course. I mean, but yeah, anyone's welcome. It's a fun time for everybody. Before we go though, you guys, it's not all about Beyonce or the other headliners, The Weeknd and Eminem. We also have our picks for other acts. If you're in the desert or watching the live stream, you should check out who aren't the headliners. You want to kick us off, Des?
Sure. So obviously Cardi B, if you're not going for her music, at least go for a peek at that baby bump. I mean, she finally confirmed the news that she's pregnant with Migos' Offset. And seriously, I'm looking forward to that because she just dropped a brand new album, Invasion of Privacy.
We just saw her on SNL.
Yeah, we just
She's
saw her on
great.
SNL.
Yeah.
She's got amazing music, so I'm looking forward to that. And I think Migos' set, like, I think they're going to cross over
I think so too.
and perform at each other's sets. It would be ridiculous not to.
And in that little interview clip of Cardi that we played for you guys, in that same interview, she also talked about how she's putting in 10-hour rehearsals a day. I also think it's because she's cramming it in to a couple of days. Like she's been busy. She's been in New York. She did SNL.
She just flew to LA yesterday.
Yeah. So she said she's put in the work as well. I saw Angel over here on Facebook saying he's excited to see Cardi B. We are too. I mean, I'm definitely going to be there. Although, also, I saw that she's only performing for 35 minutes.
Really?
I mean, I know she's pregnant, but I was like, 35? You got a whole album to play. I need to hear it. I need to hear it. But yeah, I'm sure whatever she does
And I
is
think
gonna be
with
amazing.
her and Migos, like between the two, I think we could see a lot of cool appearances. I mean, they have collaborated with Nicki. I don't know if she'll be there, but
Well, Nicki's got
DJ Khaled. Like, there's a lot of people that we could see show up. Pharrell, who always is at Coachella.
Oh, right. That's like his home ground. Yeah. Well, and also on the album Invasion of Privacy, Cardi collaborated with SZA, with Kalani.
And SZA will be there too, right?
Yeah.
That's another person you guys should check out. Another breakout artist of last year. I've never seen her live. A lot of you guys haven't, so definitely check her out, right? I'm also excited for Miguel. I'm a huge Miguel fan. I feel like he's super underrated. He came in big with Adorn, won a Grammy. He did the Coco soundtrack. This last album was really good. I love his voice, and if you guys are in the desert, go check him out because not only does he have this sweet falsetto, he knows how to throw a party on stage.
He does.
Like he really does.
He's super charismatic.
Oh yeah, no, and his voice is amazing. So that's another person I'm excited about.
Okay.
Yeah, and I gotta say, so because the lineup is so like hip hop heavy this year, I was actually pretty stoked to see that there still are some EDM artists and rock bands on there. One that I'm really looking forward to is this girl that she's an Australian DJ and she goes by the stage name Alice in Wonderland. And I think she's just so rad. Like if you haven't checked her out, please do. If there's a remix called New Rules, it's of course Dua Lipa's, and it is bomb. And I just think it's going to be so great. And she is actually the highest billed female DJ that Coachella has ever had.
That's awesome.
And that's a reason enough alone for me to go check her out.
Yeah. Can I chime in too?
I was gonna say.
Please.
Okay, so I was looking at the lineup, and I would really like to see Jessie Ware. I love her, and she totally. I was surprised to see her on there because she doesn't really fit the EDM, hip hop, rock, anything. She just is such a phenomenal voice, and she's funny. I've seen her live before. She's hilarious, you guys. So if you go see her set, like her banter will be on point.
I'm so glad you mentioned that because I do love Jessie Ware. She has a beautiful voice, and she's from the UK, right? She's a UK artist. Okay, so I'm gonna check her out. Well, listen, you guys, that's all the time we have for it. And if you can't make it to Coachella, like Sophie mentioned, don't worry. They'll be live streaming some select performances on Coachella's website as well as their YouTube channel. SiriusXM is also launching Coachella Radio for anyone driving in the car. They'll have performances, backstage interviews, and more from Indio. And of course, be sure to follow at Entertainment Tonight and at DDirecto on Instagram. I'm taking over ET's Instagram stories on Saturday for Beyonce and the whole day. I'm going to take you guys inside the festival because it is a lot of fun. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you guys for joining me.
You guys for
I
having
needed
us.
this anchor desk. There was a lot of news to get to, and we see all of your congratulatory notes for Chloe. You guys, thank you so much. For more on Chloe's birth and all that exclusive source reporting we just gave you, head over to etonline.com.
There's a lot.
Yes.
There's a lot of it. All right, you
More
guys.
coming.
I'm gonna be at Coachella tomorrow, so no new Daily Denny, but I'll be back on Monday to report back on what I saw, if I can live to tell the tale. So, all right.
wait.
Thanks, you guys. Have a good weekend.
Bye.
Bye.